There's nothing in this world I respect more than somebody who can be their own character, unapologetically and unforgivingly just be themselves. We live in a world where everybody is chasing trends, trying to fit in, and just playing it safe, being way too scared to offend people or step outside social norms. Lenny wasn't just a bodybuilder. He was a walking symbol of unfiltered authenticity.
And I was thinking the perfect thing to do before a workout is to get on your hands and knees in the men's room and lick the floor. Try it. You get in there and lick the floor, believe me, you'll come out and tear up these weights.
A man who has built his life around lifting weights and lifting the middle finger to literally anyone who tried to place him inside this box. Quite literally the exact opposite of what the social norm is.
Lenny, the challenge for you is to try to remain standing. Don't go down. Oh!
All right, so, good.
Wow.
He took it.
Not bad.
That was
Holy shit!
Big Lenny was a one-man wrecking ball.
Guess what? I got a new fashion trend. Something you cookie cutters never did before. I'm gonna leave these in here forever.
He didn't need flashy gym gear or perfect lighting in his selfies, and he didn't care if his methods were unorthodox or his personality was too big for some people to handle. Lenny was the Game Boy Color of bodybuilding. Simple, effective, and absolutely legendary.
My high is taking everything you got and then shoving my throat down your face.
Best part of everything was he didn't care. He was too busy being himself.
I'm the Tom Platz of abs. Dave Palumba, the Palumbism is called Lennyism from here on in. Look.
As a teenager, I grew up lifting weights with my friends in my childhood home. It was routine. Smoke cigarettes, drink pre-workout, and watch YouTube channels. As we waited for our faces to melt off from the dry double scoop we just choked down, and watching YouTube channels such as the Hodge Twins or Delray Misfits. A workout was not complete if all boxes weren't checked. We'd watch things like the Hodge Twins yelling at each other in the gym, or Lenny quite literally just eating uncracked, uncooked eggs like potato chips.
What the fuck was that? What the hell did you just put in your mouth?
Nothing.
This man was out here eating them uncooked, uncracked, just pure grit and crunch. And most people would call that bizarre. Sure, understandably. But for Lenny, it was just another Tuesday hitting the gym with the boys. And that's what made him a legend. No, not the eggs themselves, but the attitude that followed behind it.
Stop with the negativity, pal. If I die in a second later in 100 years, what's the difference? Nothing. People need to get off their ego, spend every second
there you have it, maniacs.
the way you wanted to, and have your goals. But remember, you could die in any second. You could have an aneurysm, you could have anything, a bacterial infection. So, look at it that way.
Lenny wasn't exactly about making a statement. He was about living his truth. And that's what gave him his authentic self. His undeniable character. Lenny was the guy who wrote his own operating manual and threw the rest in the trash. Don't be a cookie cutter. And I believe to him that meant to not follow the trends, don't try to fit in, and never, ever sacrifice who you are for the approval of other people. Lenny wasn't just about the gym. He treated lifting weights like playing Pac-Man at your childhood movie theater. He didn't play to win. He played to beat his last score.
Immunity to anything, insults, injuries, pain, aging, all the negativity that society throws at you, I throw it right back.
Most people know Lenny from YouTube, but he was lifting weights years and years and years before. But eventually, the Lenny that most people know joined the Delray Misfits.
Finally have an appearance by the one and only Big Lenny. What are you doing here so early?
Well, I guess it's everybody's lucky day. We're all together.
I lost my coach because he's really busy with his business right now.
Oh, really? Too busy for you? Okay.
Yeah, he's too busy for
It's
me.
on record. Well, we're not, correct?
Yeah, we're not.
And these 24-inch arms aren't either.
Yeah.
It was no longer just about lifting weights. It was now about creating something bigger than themselves. The Misfits were not just a group of gym buddies or cookie-cutter vloggers. They were a family. Raw, unfiltered, and sometimes downright chaotic. They didn't train to impress. Well, usually. They trained to live. This is what they'd done. Guys like Jason Genova, Brad, Andrew, they joined Lenny, and they created a community that wasn't about being perfect. It was about being fun and being real. And Lenny didn't just fit in. He elevated them. He was the obnoxious big brother in the group, always ready with a dirty joke or or an insult to throw, a challenge to pin, or a line that made you both laugh and think at the same time.
How you doing, guys? Hey, super quick. What do you guys have right now for your internet or your cable? We have a big promotions called Super Easy.
I just look at my porn on my Metro PCS phone.
Hey, wait, dude.
Why did the chicken cross the road? Because Dale Chance was following her with a hunting rifle.
Woo!
Together, the Misfits created something that we've never seen before. Hardcore training, unfiltered comedy, and moments of sheer humanity that made you feel like you were part of their world. The guy had skills. He was more than just a meme or a character or a funny punchline. He actually was a serious competitor. For example, in 2017, at age 53, Lenny placed second in the NPC Ruby Championships. Second place in a world where people lived and breathed bodybuilding. And here's the thing, Lenny didn't necessarily have the small chiseled six-pack or the polished look that most competitors have. But he had the work ethic, the passion, and the heart of a lion to show for it. The heart that made him an absolute force of steel. He didn't lift weights for the glory or for the fame. He lifted weights because it's who he was. It was his passion, his therapy, his calling. He's one of those lucky humans out there that actually find exactly what they were meant to do and who they were meant to be. Watching Lenny in the gym was like watching somebody play their favorite Need for Speed game or watching as somebody hit a 1080 on Dave Mara's Pro BMX for the first time. Pure focus, raw energy, and no care about what anybody else thought. He wasn't trying to impress anyone. He was simply just trying to be himself. See, Lenny's muscles didn't make him a legend. Sure, it helped. It helped build his character, add to his character. You know, he ran a very fitness-tight channel. Sure. But it wasn't the secret ingredient. What made Lenny stand out to be so unique was absolutely his personality. Watch one Big Lenny video and you'll quickly realize this man is the most authentic being you've ever seen. He don't care about likes or comments or subscribers. Lenny was about living. And it just so happens, lucky for us, there was a camera there to capture it along the way. That's why so many people felt like they knew him. He wasn't being fake. He wasn't being extra. He was just being himself. He had this way of connecting through the screen, through his laugh, his voice, his philosophies. His most notable philosophy being the cookie cutter.
A cookie cutter is somebody that aspires and acts like something he's seen someone else do. And that's always their first step. Whatever somebody else is doing or group are doing, whatever is so-called in style or in fashion, that person feels the need to do it. You are a cookie cutter.
He could not stand people trying to be like other people. Groups trying to be like other groups. People dressing like other people are dressing. He really wanted you to be your own person, to live your truth, and to not compromise to impress anybody. And he wasn't just preaching that. He was quite literally living that. He didn't care if anybody disagreed with him or didn't like them or didn't understand him. If anything, I think he wanted you to respect the fact that he could actually be himself. And he took pride in that. I mean, sure, Lenny had his challenges. He battled congestive heart failure and other health issues. He had a lot of haters on the internet. And even then, he just kept going. He just kept pushing through like a wrecking ball, like letting no setback stop him. That is the kind of guy Lenny was. Facing every challenge head on like it was another set to power through. He really seemed like the kind of guy that just showed up, put in the work, powered through it, and didn't give up no matter what. He didn't water down his personality. He didn't water down his jokes that a lot of people would find offensive. He never tried to fit into anybody else's expectations. He showed us all that the real flex isn't about how much you can lift or how perfect your life looks. It's just about being you. In a world of copy and paste personalities, Lenny wasn't one of those. He taught us that being ourselves and just being authentic is the ultimate strength. And to wrap this up, Big Lenny, you were not just a part of the bodybuilding world or a laugh amongst friends. You were a symbol of what it means to be authentic. A symbol of what it means to be comfortable in your own skin. A symbol of what it means to not care about others' opinions. You inspired people to be original. And even though you're gone, your legacy still lives on in all those who choose to be different. All those that step outside their box. All those that don't care what people think of them. Rest in peace, Lenny. You'll always be the big guy with a bigger-than-life personality. We'll never forget you.
Show him the $1 million smile for once.